We are on a mission to make Fenerbahçe the best club, not only in Turkey, which we've already accomplished, but the best club in Europe. And the target is to win the UEFA Champions League. Welcome back to the Fenerbahçe career mode, as today we are starting off season number 3 with these Turkish champions. Now we are having around 35 million this season to play around with. Not terrible much money, but still good enough to improve in certain areas of the field. Now we have a certain Domingo Rosales who returned from loan. He's of course one of the youth academy players. He will get yet another loan move because he's just too lowly rated at this moment in time. Let's also note that Mustafa Erhan Ekimoglu is returning from loan, so he will be on our roster for this season. And Cenk Tosun is going to retire as well. He's 35-65 rated. Just like Dusan Tadic, who will also end his career at the end of this season. And Duvan Zapata as well. So 3 players ending their careers at the end of this season. We'll have to do a lot of work next season. But for now, we are good to go. I'm going to put Cengiz Ünder on the transfer list because I want to bring in improvements on the wing positions as Tadic is going down in overall. He's already 37. Extending all the other contracts has brought us down 4 million, so 31 still left in our budget. Here it is then, our first sale of the season. We got 17 million for Cengiz Ünder, who goes to Hamburg in Germany, as well as Domingo Rosales, who goes out on loan for a season to Coventry in the Championship. The Cengiz Ünder deal bumps our budget back up to 47 million. That is something we can work with. I am right now trying to strike a deal with a centre-back playing for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. He's only 26, as you can see on the top left. It is going to be Mohamed Simikan, the former Leipzig player. A very good age, a very good upgrade on our backline that we thoroughly need. And I have managed to put in one of our centre-backs into the deal. And that is what happened. Simikan, no new signing at Fenerbahçe. Jose Mourinho is striking a deal with him and his agent. Coming into the building at Fenerbahçe, getting greeted by his teammates and by his new manager. He comes in from Al Nassr for 18 million plus Alexander Djiku, who goes the other way, securing the bags of Saudi Arabia. As we have put Djiku into the deal, we've now still got 30 million in the bank. Simikan comes in at 26.83 overall. Of course, his contract was expiring. That's why we got him for quite a cheap price. He will go into the side alongside Ndika, our centre-back partnership of dreams here right now. On the eve of our season opener, we have decided to cash in on Rodrigo Becao, who is now 30 years old, with the signing of Simikan. He's 25 million he cost us actually. He brought us actually into the club. He goes to Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia. Yet another player securing that Saudi bag. Putting us back up to a cheeky 56 million in the budget. First game of the season with Simikan in the starting 11 at centre-back alongside Ndika against Kasimpasa at home. We have started in defeats on our 2 prior starters in the La Liga, in the League, Super League, but here we are in front as Zen-Nesyri brings us ahead. The 2 seasons, what I wanted to say before, we lost our first game, but today it doesn't look like it. We are having a corner here. Tadic into Nesyri. Good shot, good save. Now here comes Zen-Nesyri. Can he decide the game here in the 68th minute? Of course. Roof of the net. Our Moroccan superstar. A questionable celebration, but a great goal. 2-0 against Kasimpasa. Kasimpasa trying to get one back through foul, but Ndika is there to get the ball back. And now we might go on the counter as Nesyri is sent away once more. This is Youssef. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Makes it a hat-trick. 3-0 up. We are tonking Kasimpasa to start off our campaign in the Super League. And that's it. 3-0 home win to start off our campaign. Very, very comfortable. I have received an offer for Yüksek, who we could sell for good money, but certainly not to our arch rivals, Galatasaray. Second game of the season, it's at Rams Park against Galatasaray. Very early doors, a very big game. Here we are. Can we set an example by defeating Galatasaray early doors? A great ball into Saint-Maximin, from Saint-Maximin early doors. Szymanski, Tadic. And we are already on the up here. Just 3 minutes in, however, now we lose the ball. Samuel wins it back though. Brings it inside. This is Fred. Into Szymanski, great save, and in a series there. 1-0, 7 minutes in. We are already up at our arch rival's ground. This is Ndika. Into Jadon Osterwolde, who sees Saint-Maximin. And Nesiri is once again away. Does a super trick here. Doesn't score though. Gets the ball back. Doesn't score again. Galatasaray all over the place in those first 14 minutes. Fred with a horrendous loss of the ball here. This is Batshuayi into Zaniolo. Zaniolo looking for options. This is Nicolo into Sa. What a goal. Nearly saved. Batshuayi, I think, scores for Galatasaray. Dominik Livakovic nearly saves this one. Let's have a look back at it. Zaniolo into Batshuayi. He has to save that, I'm sorry. It is straight at him. He has to save that. I'm very sorry. He jumps like a brat here. And Dika once again. He's just an absolute brick wall at the back. And now we could go on a counter as if Jadon Osterwolde gets his run right. Plays a good ball into Nesiri. You can't see Tadic. Tadic, of course, a grandpa. But, yeah, we have taken out tempo. Still could go for it as Nesiri comes. Great shot, great save by Trubin, I believe, is in goal. Now Köhn, good ball into Zaha. Zaha looking for Batshuayi against Ndika, who is just an absolute monster once more. And now he could make it 2-0 if Maximin gets his run right. It is 2-1 and Nesiri. Once again with a cold celebration, the Cold Palmer celebration. He's there to tap it home after all the work had been done by Alain Saint-Maximin. Simakan still has to find his feet a little bit. He hasn't won a lot of duels. But here he's up against Köhn. Köhn turns him. Köhn still on the ball, but we get the ball away through Ozai. Saint-Maximin with a lot of space. Nesiri looking for Jadon Osterwolde, who could go. Jadon! Jadon! I want to give a little bit of game time to Soyuncu as well as Yüksek. And on the right wing, Kavici as well. Good steal here. This is Nesiri. Yüksek with his first interception of the game. Now Szymanski for Fred. Fred and Trubin. This is Fred. Fred charging forward. Gets taken out brutally from behind. Please, referee, come on. Show a card, at least it's a woman referee. And I'm really happy with her decision. It's Kerem Demirbay getting sent off. He's sent off. The Galatasaray fans are whistling, booing. But that was a bad challenge. Studs up. It's a red card. Can we still steal the win? After, of course, Galatasaray got the man sent off. That is the big question. As Fred is storming forward. Fred with the chance. He gets hold up and Trubin collects though. And what is this? Trubin doesn't get the ball. He doesn't give the ball away. And that's the game done and dusted. 2-2 draw at Rams Park between the two best clubs of the country. Yet another big game on the third match day, facing Başakşehir here at home. Great chance for the visitors to start off the game as Piatek goes, but a great interception by defender Ozai Samuel. Big chance again for Başakşehir as Piatek is going forward, this time past Ozai. Piatek and Livakovic, great save one-on-one. Corner kick in the 63rd minute, Tadic to swing it inside. It's not a bad one. Great save. And now Başakşehir get a penalty awarded to them in the 75th minute. Piatek up against Livakovic, who saves it. This is a good chance on the counter. with Nesiri who sees Tadic. Tadic, of course, not the strongest, not the fastest anymore. But oh well, sees Nesiri in the middle, who gets our first real chance of the game here. And he, of course, will not let that slip. That's already the game done and dusted. Final game of the action of the game, actually. And we've won 1-0. Important 3 points at home. Actually, in two minds about letting one midfielder leave. Maybe Sofian Amrabat, who I like to play with, but he's just 29 already and 79 rated, lower than Yüksek, who is, of course, also younger. So I am going to do something controversial and put Amrabat on the transfer list. Our next game, maybe the last game for Sofian Amrabat in this Fenerbahçe team, as we have already accepted a deal. But for now, we are going to simulate away at Konyaspor with a bit of a rotational side. Soyuncu in there. We still win 3-1. Duvan Zapata and Szymanski with a brace, actually. Here it is then, Sofian Amrabat. We've gotten 22 million for him. He was a good servant to the club. I bought him in Season 1. I want to thank him for his service. But now he's just a little bit too old and a little bit too lowly rated. And we needed the money to go in for different players as well. One of those different players is going to be an absolute superstar in the cam, respectively, right wing spots. The man I was waiting for all season long. We just couldn't strike a deal with him before. It is Paulo Dybala playing at Arsenal here. We will give him 140k wage, 390k signing on bonus, and that is where we have signed the next Jose Mourinho player. It is the, in real life, Roma superstar coming to Fenerbahçe to play for Mourinho again. Here it is, Paulo Dybala getting his impressive cutscene. He will sign a ball of a fan and then join us. Enter the offices at Fenerbahçe to join us on that streak, on our mission to make Fenerbahçe the best club in Europe. And he will go into that right wing spot here. That is exactly the position that is reserved for him. We still have Tadic, who can of course also play in that cam spot. Kavici on the bench. But that is the upgrade we needed. Look at that front three now. A very good midfield. We may need another midfielder, that is now for sure, as Amrabat has left us. Ozai Samuel is also a bit dodgy at right back, but he's doing his job on the park. I can't really complain. Next up, another difficult matchup. We have a lot of difficult games to start off the season. At home against Trabzonspor. And of course, we have Paulo Dybala making his debut for Fenerbahçe. But here come Trabzonspor as Orsic goes forward and brings Trabzon ahead after just 6 minutes. That went really quickly. We are defending absolute pants here. Absolutely pants, our defense. We need to try and get Paulo involved on the right, but not like that. What is Osterwolde doing? What are we doing here in the first minutes? At least Fred is getting the ball back. This is Nesiri. Nesiri, can he go here forward? Right, rips a shot and scores. How did that go in? How did that go in? I can't believe this shot went in. It looked so harmless, so weak. But the goalkeeper just can't keep it out. It's 1-1. We are very lucky here. Did it get a deflection? Yes, and that's why it went in. That ball out from Trabzonspor, and now this is Nesiri who gets though taken off the ball quite cleverly. Here come Trabzonspor, but Jadon Osterwolde is there and does brilliantly well. Can we maybe catch them on the break now as Ederson plays in Szymanski. Szymanski for Fred. Fred looking for Maxima. Great ball. Can we finish it off? Yes. Yusuf finishes off a superb team move as Fenerbahçe lead 2-1 through Yusuf Nesiri. Great interception by Fred. We are finding our feet better and better here. And now Dybala could get played in. He has got number 8. This is his first action of the game. Could be an assist already. But great save this time by goalkeeper Tepe. Saint-Maximin turning and twisting, going inside. Now Nesiri. Can he get a hat-trick maybe here? He's on course for it. but straight at the keeper. Careful not to let Trabzon back in the game. This is Dragus going on to the goal, and Dika lies on the floor and somehow gets the ball back. Now Szymanski, could he play Nesiri for the hat-trick? This is his chance. One-on-one scores. 3-1, yet another hat-trick in the Trendyol Super League for Youssef and Nesiri. I want to see more of Dybala, so I have decided to bring on both Kavici and Tadic. Szymanski is out, Dybala in the camp spot. And we also give a run out to Duvan Zapata, who replaces Nesiri, the hat-tricker. Now this is Dybala losing the ball in a stupid position and giving Trabzonspor a real chance here through Dragus. But not against Ndika, our wall. He's been player of the episode without a doubt. This is Fred, Dybala, Zapata, now Tadic. His chance to get his first goal. It is 4-1. We thank Trabzonspor. Dusan Tadic, the long servant of this club, with the 4. And that's the game done and dusted. 4-1 win at home, comfortably against Trabzonspor. I have found one more player who can give us rotational options in midfield. He only wants 1 year rotation, but I will give him 2 years at least. He's 29 and his contract is expiring. Playing for PSG. No release clause, of course. And what wage shall I offer him? I have no clue. Not a single clue, honestly. 80k might be too much, but that is where we are wrapping up the transfer window, as we have signed the centre midfielder from PSG. Our third quality signing of this window, Carlos Soler, joining us for a measly 14 million at Fenerbahçe. I'm also going to give Paulo Dybala his preferred number 21. Ederson gets number 8 because that is free now. I have switched around the second team a little bit. Soyuncu in the starting 11, Soler in there alongside Yüksek, Tadic in cam, Dybala on the right, Kavici on the left, Zapata up top, and then Dika alongside Osterwolde and Muldur in the starting 11. Livakovic, the captain of that second side. The second team will immediately be called into action to face Adana Demirspor. Away from home, I expect nothing else than a win, and we get it. Duvan with a hat-trick. We win 3-2 away from home. However, that is where we are wrapping up today's episode. If you have any suggestions to make, then please, by all means, drop them down in the comments. I will see you again in a couple of days. Until then, it's been Rebuild Sombrero. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm out.